Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why somebody would regret moving to the city of Atlanta. And so, one of the funny things I noticed in my YouTube recommended feed is that a lot of people, especially this year, have been kind of making videos about regretting moving to Atlanta. So I moved to Atlanta, hate it here, is Atlanta changing? I got right Atlanta by Atlanta. Why I regret moving to Atlanta, exposing everything. Moving back home, I'm over Atlanta. 2 years living in Atlanta, I regret moving here. Moving to Atlanta, why I'm leaving Atlanta. Moving to why I grew. So you can see there's a big trend just starting from this year about people making videos about how much they don't like Atlanta. And you know what? It's probably not the best time to move here. Like I'd say if you came here in like 2013, 2014, that was a good period to kind of experience the transition and experience just the benefits of moving here at that time. But just like everything, it's all about timing, right? So like buying real estate, it's all about timing the market. If you move here in 2024, I would probably say you'll probably have a harder time than someone who moved here in 2013. Not gonna lie, right? But here's the thing: the reason why you would regret moving to a city is the same anywhere, right? Not just Atlanta. So I'm just going to go over a general perspective why you would regret moving to a new place. And when you do move to a new place, you kind of want to start afresh. Maybe you're looking for new opportunities, you're looking for new friends. And if you can't make genuine connections while the time you're here, you will probably regret it, right? So I know that's a big problem with a lot of people is that they want to move to a new place. And here's the thing, I guess because I don't have expectations of most other people, I'm just more focused on my mission. The people there don't really matter that much to me as much as the mission, right? And I know I don't know if that sounds a little bit strange, but that's just how I feel. Okay, so just a few things. So reasons for regretting, and let me actually fix this, to moving to a new place. So if a city has these three characteristics, I would say don't move there, right? And this is how the city of Atlanta is nowadays. So in general, overcrowded big cities are just unfriendly. And I'm going to give you some a personal example of mine. So, and it doesn't matter what country it is. I remember when I went to live in a Latin American country and I was at the capital. It was very hard to make friends in the capital. Again, it's the big city, right? And people there are kind of unfriendly. But then I remember I met some people online, in a small town 8 hours away, and I just talked to them. They invited me to their house, fed me dinner. They provided me shelter to stay, and I thought it was pretty sweet, right? Like I thought it was pretty sweet. And why were they so friendly, even though it's the same country? Because people who live in big cities in general, and my main experience with the big city is actually not Atlanta, it's Los Angeles, are just unfriendly for some reason. And I think it's just too many people equals unfriendliness, right? And that's an unfortunate truth of life. And so if you have a big city like Atlanta, and to be honest, Atlanta's not that big because I'm from Los Angeles, or I lived in Los Angeles. Um, too many people just means, people are more cold, they're more businesslike, they probably don't have that southern hospitality. In fact, I don't think I've ever really experienced southern hospitality here. And I'll tell you another reason why. Too many transplants, right? So this isn't really talked about too much, but when you have a city where most of the people are not from there, there's no cohesive real culture and community, right? And this is something that most people just don't talk about. And so, in my experience, places that have, let's say, communities where everybody's from there are probably going to be more friendly than where people are just transplants. So, my one of my biggest shocks about living in Los Angeles is just even though I'm from Southern California, a lot of people are there and friendly, but then Los Angeles is a place that attracts a lot of people who are not from there, right? And one of the things you want to be, again, it's all about timing, is that if you have a community with a lot of people with a cohesive community, and you probably want to be the first person who's not from there. I call this the Dances with Wolves effect, right? Dances with Wolves. So I don't know if you ever watched the movie Dances with Wolves, Kevin Costner. So basically, he's like I think a soldier in like the Civil War or something like that, and then he comes into like he's lonely and he actually comes in contact with the Native American tribe, and then he eventually like bonds with the tribe. He's like I think it was like the first white man to have contact with the tribe, and he becomes a part of them. Like he's like learns their language. He becomes really close with them, right? And then you know what happens? The other white men or whatever, the other soldiers who come after him just f things up, right? And I think that's what it is with just dealing with new places and environments in general. That if you're not the first person who, if you're the uh, first person who's not from there, makes contact with the people there, people will be a lot more receptive to you. Uh, Again, meaning your dances with wolves, rather than you being the people who come after dances with wolves, right? I think when you become, after the first people who make contact with the other tribe, we'll say that the people will the place just doesn't become as friendly, right? And I think that's why when you're in a place with like lots of rapid population change and lots of movement, it's just not a cohesive community, and that's why people just aren't friendly. Another thing I found too is that hyped up places in general, like Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, are not friendly, right? And I've only been to Los Angeles, but I just noticed this as a trend. And I don't know if you've ever been like Hollywood, California, but Hollywood's a very hyped up place, right? And then so many people say, "Oh, I want to visit like Hollywood, California," and then when they actually visit, it's kind of gross, right? But there's a lot of institutions and cities and society that hype themselves up, right? Wow, we're so awesome. And then when you actually go there, it's not that good, right? This includes college. College is such a hyped up institution in our society, and when you actually go there, I don't know if it's because people like to smell their own farts and believe their own BS, but people there just aren't friendly, right? So if you ever go to a place that has a combination of these three, um, 90% chance you're going to probably regret moving there, right? Unless you have a specific reason that does not have anything to do with the quality of the people there. And that's why I'm actually in the city of Atlanta, or not the city of Atlanta, in the Atlanta area, just because my mission and purpose at this time of life has nothing to do with the quality of the people there, right? And I think, to be honest, Atlanta would be a better place if it was mostly just people from Atlanta. But in fact, let me just take a look here. Um, there is a video, right? Stop, don't move to Atlanta 2023. Oh, this one right here. A black woman begs black people to stop moving to Atlanta, right? And I think there were videos about people just from Georgia begging people not to move there because they're just, mucking up everything. And I don't know if that you could say that's the cause, but again, if too many people come, then the culture and the community changes so much that people just don't want to deal with other people anymore. And I think it just becomes an unfriendly place, right? So just kind of want to throw that out there. And that's true wherever you go, right? And that's why if I do travel to, let's say, a foreign country, I actually don't want to travel to a place that has like a ton of like people like me, to be honest. I want to travel to a place where I'm dances with wolves with that culture, and then I'm able to establish relationships and, I guess be a kind of like a cultural ambassador, if that makes sense. Okay. But yeah, so again, if this happens to you, just be aware that a lot of people fail when they move to other places. You're not the first one. You won't be the last. And again, have lots of money too. Don't just go in there without any money, right? But yeah, that's my 2 cents, I guess, if you could say that. Now, again, as I say in almost every video, end of every video, I got to make a plug for a group. So if you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below, put your information in, and we'll get on a one-on-one Zoom call if you're looking for mentorship, especially in financial education and real estate investing. Other than that, well, have a great day, everybody, and we will speak next time.